Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm here with you to share a flip through of the months of April and May in my Hobonichi Cousin. Now let us begin with this spread. This is always something that I've been regular with because there's nothing much here, but it is quite important. Here is where I track my income. So since I have multiple sources of income, I like to note down the dates on which I receive it because it is not regular and the amount is also not consistent. So I write down the source and just the first letter and of course the amount that I receive so that I can keep a track on it. Otherwise I tend to forget it, or I know I can go through my bank account and check the details, but it's a lot more annoying to go through that because there is a lot of other information there as well. So this makes it quite easy for me to refer and have a record of that as such. Now after that I have this index. This is for my daily pages where I journal or memory keep as such. Now if you can see April and May, more of May, if you can see I have barely written anything. The reason is quite simple. I have not journaled much in those days, in the month of May especially, but even if I have, they are nothing relevant enough to come over here. In my index I write down only the topics or that are really important that I need to refer to the index as such. Sometimes I just journal about my feelings or minor things which are not something that I have to go through the index. I can just read it on my own without referring to this. Now coming to the monthly spreads, I often use these bookmarks. I've shown them before. They are from Erin Condren for my 3 sections of Hobonichi Cousin, which is the monthly, the weekly and the daily. And my monthlies are also one of my most used spreads. Despite not effectively using the other ones, I definitely stick to this spread quite a lot, and it is all filled up as you can see. I have gone through the details of how I use this several times in different videos. Especially if you want to check that out again, you can see how I use my Hobonichi Cousin video. This is something I'm quite happy with because this is like the overview of the month for me when I want to refer to it later. So all the main events pop up over here. Maybe it is not clear to you because for some of them I've just used circle stickers or abbreviations maybe, and but they are very clear to me. I understand what it is about, and I also have a key for most of them at the back of my book. In case I forget it later, I can always refer to that. So this is April, and then we have May, again quite packed as you can see, but I'm happy with how this turned out. Now coming on to the weekly spreads, there is basically no color here other than the black pen that I use. Now weeklies are used by me to make a note of the to-dos mainly. So as you can see, it's a lot empty in the month of April, even though I tried to get back to using it. So how I use it, it's pretty clear. I use it as a section for tracking my habits and also for me time to do and the events that are very important. But I have not been very consistent with it as far as April and May is concerned. April is still better, May is not so great because as you can see it goes blank as I keep on flipping the pages, but I have used it. It's not that I've completely stopped using it. I have used it. I am not really disappointed with it because I have actually achieved a lot more than I've written over here in the month of May. I've not been active on social media, but as of otherwise, it was one of the months where I've done a lot of work. In fact, I think I've told in my quarter one update video that I've used my work planner a lot more effectively than the Hobonichi Cousin. So it is true, I don't mind. I'm not really disappointed with me not using the weekly pages or the Hobonichi Cousin as such. In fact, I would say the weeklies were not too bad as well. What really went bad, if I have to say, is the daily section because I have not at all been consistent with it. I have rarely journaled here and there. You will get to see it in a few seconds. So this is the dashboard for the month of April. I always write down a quote that I liked or a few words that I liked. So for April, I went with this, convinced that buying a new notebook in a new color will suddenly unlock my untapped potential. This is something that I just read on, I think, Facebook, maybe, I'm not sure. And I feel it's very true for many of us, not just me, who are in this, stationery lovers category. We tend to buy a lot of new notebooks, but then sometimes in my case, I don't even feel like using them because they're so pretty and so beautiful. I feel like I'll mess them up once I start it. I know it's silly. Anyway, yes. So what I do is the first 7 pages of every month, I kind of split them into 2 sections, just the first 7 pages, because they are 7 categories that are very important to me. So I create sort of lists, okay? So this may not be relevant for everyone. So I have YouTube, Instagram, then I have skincare, hair care, then household, stationery, and then finally I have makeup. Now the reason I do this is pretty simple. I always have this wish list sort of. What I do here is, if I want something, I just write it down, and if I don't buy it, I put a cross. If I buy it, it's a tick. And sometimes I forward it to the next month. Sometimes I lose interest in it, which makes me happy. I don't spend I don't spend money on it at all. Now this month there was a lot of spending on household. When I say household, just to be clear, it's not exactly what you would think it is. It is specific purchases that I go for online. See, most of the things I just go to the store and buy. There are some things that I buy online, and when I spend money online, I spend a lot more than I would do in a shop. That is why I like to make a note of these things as such. It is not that these are, exactly household purchases, all of them. If you see some of them are all aquarium related, because I was spending a lot on the aquarium setup in the months of April and May. I was busy with that too. In any case, this is how I've done that. Then on the right hand side, I've gone with my regular journaling as such. So you can see how that has been turning out. This is also something I've told before. I always write the title in bigger letters so that it stands out and I know what the journaling is all about, instead of having to read all that small writing. Just to be clear, I don't write so small normally. I do this because of the grid that is there in the Hobonichi Cousin. In fact, I have quite a big handwriting, and at home I still have a lot more patience at night to do this peacefully. When maybe if everyone is sleeping, I just have a lot more patience to do it. But at work, I would probably never do this, write so small. I don't have the patience for it. That is why I like a larger planner for work, if you've seen my work planner. Now, I have used it here and there in April, so it is fine. Now, usually what I do is I cover these blank pages with some sort of doodling or something or the other later on, not immediately, maybe later on when I feel like it. But then it's not compulsory that I do it, it's just something that I like to do. So this is the dashboard for May, and this is also a beautiful message. Trauma creates change you don't choose. Healing is about creating change you do choose. I'm not going into that. Anyway, let's come to the month of May. May is fairly empty, I would say. Okay, I have not really used it for journaling or memory keeping, except for maybe, I think, less than 5 maybe. I think I've just written on less than 5 spreads, which means most of the month of May is empty. I still love my Hobonichi Cousin, just to be clear. I know that people often complain about the blank daily pages and want to shift to other planners. Yes, that is a thought that has crossed my mind. I am thinking about it, maybe to shift into a planner with fewer daily pages at the back. Maybe Wonderland, or I don't know. I don't like the grayscale in Wonderland. That is the issue with me, in fact. Maybe the common planner, or what else do we have? We have a number of new TRP planners, a lot of them are coming out these days. So I am, yes, kind of thinking about it, but not, very deeply that I'm convinced that I will change it. I know I'm leaving a lot of the pages blank, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared to shift into another planner, spend money on it, then, not be able to use it as such. I would rather, just continue with one I'm sure of. I just had one more spread to share with you. This is the books to read section. I have actually not given the stars for this one, but currently I am on this book, which is the June month book. And yes, reading is not going great. I am reading barely one book a month, which is, I know, quite bad, but it's fine. I'm at least reading, so I'm quite happy about that. So yes, I have to write down the ratings for this one. I'm giving my own ratings. This is from the Hobonichi stencil if you want to know. Okay, and the gold pen is an Erin Condren one. In any case, let's come back to the topic at hand. So as you can see, it's not great. When I read, if I really like a book, I read it, on a daily basis. As of otherwise, there's a lot of blank sections, as you can see over here. Well, it's better than nothing, so I'm quite happy with that as well. So this is how April and May has gone for me. I hope it has gone better for you. At the same time, I'm not really disappointed because I did a lot of other work which is not really seen here, but I have done it and I know it. So for the first time, I think despite it being so blank, I'm not really disappointed with it. But let's see, maybe I will think about, moving on to another planner with fewer daily pages next time around. We still have time, about 2 months or 3 months left, I think, till the next Hobonichi comes out. So we'll see how that works out. Okay guys, bye.